Hey guys, thanks so much for stopping by my channel today. I have a 12 by 12 scrapbooking process to share with you today for the JustNick Digital Cut Files design team. And I'm going to be using a really gorgeous cut file from the shop again today. And this one is called Joyful. And I'm just showing you here the photograph that I'm going to be scrapping. And then I'm just going to bring across here the cut file, and I did originally cut it out of this red cardstock. I recut it out of a different color, but I just wanted to show you here how gorgeous this cut file is with the different fonts and the word joy, and then the addition of the stars. And I just love everything about this cut file, and I am going to use it as a title piece for my design today. So I'm just starting off with some white cardstock, and this is American Crafts texture cardstock. And I'm going to use a couple of different vibes here on this background using the packaging technique. And I'll just put a caption on this frame here telling you what colors of vibes those are that I'm using. And I'm going to, I'm just going to put a few different colors down here, kind of a corally pink and a couple of different tones of blue. And this will provide just a little bit of color behind my photograph here, and then I'll take it from there. So you'll just see me going on here with a little bit more of that, those vibes, and using a little bit of paper towel just to sop up the excess so that it doesn't warp my paper too much here. And I just keep adding that photograph over top just to see where else I might need to add a little bit more of my color. So I'm using 3 different colors here, and then I'm going to go in with some Heidi Swapp Color Shine and add some splatters of gold. And I'm also going to add a few splatters of these other 3 colors as well, just to create a little bit more interest in the background there with some of those different splatters. So then as I'm continue to splatter away here, just going to add a few more in here just to, like I said, create that a little bit of extra interest. This photograph was originally printed in 4x6 that I'm going to be using, and then I just cut it down slightly. Probably ends up being about 5x4 by the time I have it cut down a bit. And I did print it in black and white, and although I feel like I was just a little bit low in my black ink in my Canon Pixma 8720 that I used to print this one with, and I feel like it almost kind of turned out a little bit sepia, but anyways, that's what I'm using for a photograph. Now I'm going to take a bunch of different things from the Pink Fresh Studios December Days collection, which I absolutely love. I love this collection. And I'm going to take this paper here with the stars on it and continue with that star theme from that was inspired by that cut file. And I'm just tearing off a piece for the top and the bottom, just a really rough tear. And I also used that pink paper from Pink Fresh December Days as well, which I really love. It kind of looks a little bit like there's snowflakes on that in white. So that just the little blobs of white on that pink kind of creates that sort of that snowy impression. And I like how that looks. And I'm going to just tuck that in behind that star pattern paper, and just to create those rough edges at the top and the bottom. I'm going to take a little bit of vellum that has some gold foil on it. This is a Stampin' Up paper. It came from a vellum pack. I want to say 2 years ago that they had in a pattern paper pack of vellum, which I loved, and I just kind of hate to use that up because I don't know if I will ever find that again. But anyways, I'm going to use it behind this photograph, and I'm also going to use just some plain vellum, which I cut from that same cut file, just to shadow the cut file a little bit and just add a little bit more detail to it. So I am going to do that, and then I'm going to take just a few of the die cuts from the December Days collection, the gold stars, and some of the little ornaments as well. I'm also going to use a couple of those little ornaments from the puffy sticker sheet. And then I've got just some offcuts of stars from the JustNick Starburst cut file as well that I'm going to use to embellish my layout with as well, that I cut from that pink snowflake paper as well. So I'm going to pop that cut file up onto a lot actually of foam tape, And I don't show you all of this process just because I do use a lot of foam adhesive on the back of this just to pop the whole title up off of the layout. You can see that I've also added a mat to my photograph with that same paper, and this orangey red paper is called Poppy Parade, and it's from Stampin' Up, and it matches the red stars in that star paper from Pink Fresh just perfectly. The other red was too red. It was too much of a purple red, and this is more of an orangey red, and it's perfect for the red that's in this collection. And I wanted to complement that. I didn't want it to look too different. And I love how using that Poppy Parade paper in that title for the die cut and the photo mat just makes that the focal point of the layout. And then all of the other bits and pieces are just kind of subtle and in the background, which is what I wanted. So always kind of want my photograph obviously to be the main focal point here. So I'm just going to put those Christmas ornaments on either side of the photograph there at the top. And then what I end up doing is just taking my sewing machine and adding a gold line of stitching from the ornaments to just kind of in behind that torn paper at the top. And then I also added a line of gold sewing at the top and bottom of my layout as well. So you can just kind of see that line at the top and bottom. And I'm just going to take some more of those puffy stickers from the collection, and I'm going to add a couple of those little trees into the layout. I thought those were super cute, and the colors are perfect obviously because it's all from the same collection. And I'm just going to kind of go through the different die cut pieces and see if there's anything else that I might want to add to the layout as well, but I think that it pretty much stays just like it is here without adding too much more. I do add one little wooden button from December Days as well to the O in the last joy word there, and then I also added a little bit of gold thread just at the beginning of the joy cut file. I was thinking about maybe adding a journaling card here, but I decided not to. I really like how the design is balanced as it is, and I didn't really want to add anything off to either side just because I kind of like how it's looking the way that it is right now. So I will kind of take a look at that though and see what else I might try to add. And there's so many fun die cuts with that die cut pack for this collection. I absolutely love it. It is definitely one of my favorite Christmas collections from the season. The color palette's just really different, and it's just a really fun collection. Pink Fresh just does it up right anyways with all of their collections. I love their stuff. So anyways, I'm just showing you all the little details, and make sure you hop on over to the JustNick Studio cut file shop and see all of Nicole's gorgeous designs. I am going to leave a link to the shop in the description box below, and I'm just showing you up close here some of the sewing that I did on the layout, and that's going to be it, guys. So thanks so much for stopping by today. I really appreciate it, and have an amazing day, and I'll see you another time. Bye-bye.